In a small and peaceful town surrounded by green fields and winding roads, there lived a curious young boy named Rahul. He was intelligent, kind-hearted, and always eager to learn something new. Unlike many children his age who spent most of their time playing games, Rahul often found himself thinking about life and asking questions that even adults sometimes struggled to answer. Every year during his summer vacations, Rahul would visit his grandfather's house in the countryside. Those vacations were among the happiest moments of his childhood. His grandfather was a calm, wise, and nature-loving old man who seemed to understand the secrets of life better than anyone Rahul had ever met. Near his grandfather's house was a beautiful garden filled with colorful flowers, fruit trees, and green plants of every kind. Every morning, his grandfather would spend hours watering the plants, removing weeds, and caring for each one as if it were a member of the family. Rahul loved helping him in the garden. While working together, they often talked about life, nature, and the lessons hidden within ordinary things. One warm summer evening, as the golden sunlight painted the sky with shades of orange and pink, Rahul sat beside his grandfather under a mango tree. After remaining silent for a few moments, he finally asked, "Grandpa, I want to become a successful person when I grow up. Can you tell me the secret of success?" His grandfather looked at him carefully and smiled. Instead of answering immediately, he stood up and said, "Come with me, Rahul. I will answer your question, but not with words. I will answer it through an experience." Curious and excited, Rahul followed him. The next morning, they visited a nearby nursery. Rows of small plants stood neatly arranged, each waiting to grow into something beautiful. After looking around for some time, grandfather selected two healthy young plants that looked almost identical. They brought the plants home. One of the plants was placed in a large pot and kept safely inside the house near a sunny window. The second plant was planted directly into the open ground behind the house. After finishing the work, grandfather turned toward Rahul and asked, "Tell me, son, which of these two plants do you think will grow better and become larger in the future?" Rahul observed both plants carefully. After thinking for a moment, he confidently replied, "I think the plant inside the house will grow better. It is safe there. Nothing can harm it." Grandfather raised his eyebrows and asked, "Why do you think so?" Rahul pointed toward the plant outside. "That plant will have to face strong sunlight, heavy rain, storms, insects, and maybe even animals. But the plant inside will remain protected from all those dangers." Grandfather smiled. "That sounds reasonable." Then he gently patted Rahul's shoulder and said, "Let us wait and see what happens." A few days later, Rahul's vacation ended and he returned home. As the months passed, he became busy with school, studies, and friends. The memory of the two plants slowly faded from his mind. Years went by. Rahul grew taller and older. 5 years later, during another summer vacation, he returned to visit his grandfather once again. The old house looked almost the same. The garden was greener than ever. Birds sang among the trees, and a cool breeze carried the fragrance of flowers through the air. Rahul felt happy to be back. That evening, while sitting with his grandfather, he suddenly remembered the question he had asked years ago. Laughing, he said, "Grandpa, do you remember when I asked you how to become successful?" Grandfather smiled. "Of course I do." Rahul grinned. "Well, you never really answered me." His grandfather chuckled. "Are you sure?" Rahul nodded. "Yes, you told me to wait, and then I went home." Grandfather stood up slowly. "Come with me. Today I will give you the answer." Curious once again, Rahul followed him. First, they entered the house and walked toward the room where the first plant had been kept. Rahul was surprised. The plant had indeed grown. It was no longer a tiny sapling. It had become a small tree. Its leaves were green and healthy. However, it was not very tall. Its branches were limited. Its growth seemed restricted. Then grandfather led Rahul outside. They walked across the garden and reached the place where the second plant had been planted 5 years earlier. The moment Rahul saw it, his eyes widened with amazement. Standing before him was a huge tree. Its thick trunk rose high into the sky. Its branches stretched in every direction. Birds had built nests among its leaves. Its wide canopy provided shade to travelers and children playing nearby. The tree looked powerful, majestic, and full of life. For several moments, Rahul simply stared at it in silence. Finally, grandfather asked, "Tell me, Rahul, which plant became bigger?" Rahul smiled. "The one outside, obviously." "And why do you think it became so large?" Rahul thought carefully. "I don't know, Grandpa. That's what surprises me. I expected the indoor plant to grow better because it was protected." Grandfather nodded. "That is exactly why I wanted you to see this." They sat beneath the giant tree. The cool shade made the afternoon pleasant. Grandfather pointed toward the enormous trunk. This tree faced countless difficulties during the last 5 years. Rahul listened attentively. It endured scorching summers when the sun burned relentlessly. It survived heavy monsoon rains. Strong winds bent its branches. Storms shook it again and again. Insects attacked it. Animals brushed against it. He paused. But every challenge forced it to become stronger. Rahul looked up at the tree. Grandfather continued. Whenever strong winds pushed it, its roots dug deeper into the earth for support. Whenever rainstorms struck, it learned how to withstand them. Whenever difficult conditions arrived, it adapted and grew stronger. He then pointed toward the ground. Most importantly, this tree had unlimited space for its roots. It was free to expand in every direction. Rahul nodded slowly. Then grandfather spoke about the plant inside the house. That plant remained safe all the time. It never experienced storms. It never struggled against strong winds. It never had to fight for survival. "Sounds good," Rahul said. Grandfather smiled gently. "Yes, it sounds good. But because it faced no challenges, it never developed great strength." He continued. "And because it remained inside a pot, its roots had limited space to grow. Once the roots reached the boundaries of the pot, their growth slowed down." Rahul began to understand. Grandfather looked directly into his eyes. "Rahul, life works in the same way. People often believe that success comes from avoiding difficulties. But the truth is exactly the opposite. Difficulties are not obstacles to success. They are the path to success." The words settled deeply into Rahul's mind. Grandfather continued speaking. "When life becomes difficult, many people become afraid. They wish for an easy road. They search only for comfort and safety. But comfort alone never develops strength. Just like the plant in the pot, a person who avoids every challenge may remain safe, but their growth becomes limited." The breeze rustled the leaves above them. Grandfather pointed toward the giant tree once again. This tree became powerful because it faced hardship. Each struggle taught it something. Each storm strengthened it. Each challenge prepared it for the next one. Rahul remained silent. For the first time, he truly understood what his grandfather meant. The old man continued, "Think about successful people. Do you believe they reach their goals without problems?" Rahul shook his head. "No." "Exactly," said grandfather. "Every successful person has faced failures, disappointments, setbacks, and difficulties. Many people see only their success, but they do not see the years of struggle hidden behind it. Those struggles are what made them capable of achieving greatness." The sun slowly began to set. Golden light filtered through the branches. The giant tree stood proudly against the glowing sky. Rahul took a deep breath. At that moment, he felt as if he had finally received the answer he had been searching for all these years. Success was not simply about talent. It was not simply about intelligence. And it certainly was not about luck alone. Success was about growth. Success was about persistence. Success was about continuing forward even when circumstances became difficult. It was about learning from failures instead of fearing them. It was about allowing challenges to strengthen you rather than break you. As the days passed, Rahul thought often about his grandfather's lesson. He realized that every challenge in life carried an opportunity. Every obstacle contained a lesson. Every setback offered a chance to become stronger. Years later, whenever Rahul faced difficulties, he remembered the giant tree. Whenever he felt discouraged, he remembered how the tree had survived countless storms. Whenever he felt like giving up, he remembered his grandfather's words. And those memories gave him the courage to continue moving forward. The lesson from this story is simple yet powerful. Challenges and hardships are not punishments. They are opportunities for growth. Sometimes life places obstacles in our path. Sometimes our plans fail. Sometimes we experience disappointment, failure, or uncertainty. In those moments, it is easy to believe that life is being unfair. But often those very experiences are preparing us for something greater. Just as the tree became strong because it faced storms, we also become stronger when we face our challenges with courage. Every difficulty teaches us patience. Every failure teaches us wisdom. Every struggle builds resilience. A comfortable life may feel pleasant, but comfort alone cannot reveal our true potential. Great strength is developed through effort. Great character is developed through challenges. And great success is built through perseverance. The people who achieve remarkable things are not those who never face problems. They are the people who refuse to give up when problems appear. They continue moving forward. They continue learning. They continue growing. And eventually they rise above their difficulties. Always remember, do not fear challenges. Do not run away from struggles. Welcome them as opportunities to grow. Because success is not found in comfort. Success is found on the path of courage, persistence, and determination. Just like the giant tree that stood tall after surviving every storm, you too can become stronger, wiser, and more successful if you keep moving forward despite the challenges that come your way. And that is the true secret of success.